Tonight on Newsbeat, changes are coming to make voting for easier LSU students.
And Fallon Brown is live in front of the PMAC where LSU's annual Groovin' concert will be held tonight.
And finally, Mary Chauvin breaks down everything that went down in sports this week.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts right now. Hello and welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Kylie Maris.
And I'm Anna Jane Howell. Thanks for joining us.
LSU basketball coach Will Wade breaks his silence. The coach released a statement this morning addressing his suspension amidst a federal investigation of illegal recruitment. In his statement, Wade asked to have the suspension lifted and says, quote, "With the benefit of a week to consider the circumstances, I believe university officials should allow me to resume my duties. Right now, the LSU basketball team is in Nashville for the SEC tournament. We will have more updates on this developing story, including comments from players later in sports."
At Washington, the Senate is expected to vote against President Trump's national emergency declaration later today. President Trump announced the emergency declaration in order to retain the money to pay for the border wall. Several GOP senators responded by saying there are other ways to pay for it, but House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's not interested in making any deals. President Trump is prepared to veto any resolution Congress will bring forward.
I'll probably have to veto, and it's not going to be overturned, and we're going to have our whole thing. It's been, the legal scholars all say it's totally constitutional. It's very important. It's really a border security vote. It's pure and simple. It's a vote for border security. It's a vote for no crime.
5 Republicans so far are expected to overturn the resolutions. We will update you as the story develops.
Well, changes are coming to the way LSU students vote.
That's right. Every LSU student will be able to vote at University High School, located at 45 Dalrymple Drive.
Allie Cadlabar is in studio to tell us more. Allie?
LSU's Go Vote organization continues to impact voting participation among LSU students by addressing the Baton Rouge Metro Council with changes to precincts, making places where students can vote more efficient. The LSU organization Go Vote, that advocates for student voter participation and civic responsibility, addressed the Baton Rouge Metro Council Wednesday for voting precinct changes. President Zoe Williamson addressed the council with the support of the Go Vote members, city council members, and the Baton Rouge Register of Voters to change the split precinct of the LSU campus, which causes students who live west of Highland Road, as well as students who live on the east side of campus, to be able to vote at U High.
46 would only be LSU, so that we can move the polling place from that precinct to U High, which is where most students already vote. So that we can direct all students to one singular location, even though there will still be technically 2 precincts voting there.
Freshman Drake Brignac, a member of Go Vote, provided support with a personal experience in which he was unable to vote at LSU.
That my dad was more civically engaged than me, and we had been so tied together, really brilliant. And I would have loved the opportunity to say, I did vote, Dad. I went down the street and sent him a little picture.
The council members congratulated the LSU students and responded eagerly, saying how they are very excited that LSU students are getting involved in the political future. Williamson discussed the importance of the change and its impact.
We're here to testify to let the rest of the city council know how important this is to LSU students and how impactful this will be for future elections.
The council approved the changes and applauded the members of the Go Vote organization. The precinct changes are planned to go into effect on June 1st, 2021. Although this will not be in effect for upcoming state government elections this year, the changes will have a long-lasting impact on voter turnout among LSU students. I'm Allie Cadlabar, back to the desk.
Thanks, Allie. And tonight is LSU's annual Groovin' on the Grounds concert taking place in the PMAC.
Our entertainment director, Fallon Brown, is live out there with more information about tonight's event. Fallon?
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here in front of the PMAC right now, where Kevin Gates is set to perform in just a few hours. Gates is one of the biggest celebrities to come by LSU, and he's a Baton Rouge native, so we're expecting a huge crowd tonight. The show starts at 7, so make sure to come out and get groovin'. Back to you guys.
Be sure to check out our coverage of Grooven, where Fallon Brown will have an interview with the man himself.
Fallon also goes in depth on the Golden Guys Parade Troupe. Here's more on how the program with a heart of gold is trying to make a difference in Louisiana.
Dressed in white boots and gold capes, these guys are here to have fun and make a difference. Founded by LSU alumnus Daniel Hoffman, the Golden Guys is a spirit troupe dedicated to building confidence and raising money for children in the community.
We're trying to build confidence in others just by kind of dressing out of the norm, and we're just out to live our best life, have some fun, and of course raise money for Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital.
Daniel works as a physician's assistant at Our Lady of the Lake Pediatric Emergency Room and decided he wanted to give back to the organization. After going viral with this picture featuring his homemade costume, Daniel saw a golden opportunity. He began by selling t-shirts and buttons at local tailgates and shortly after founded the Golden Guys. Jaron Jordan, a news anchor at Channel 33, participates in the Golden Guys as a hobby.
Doing something that was so fun and so energetic and so just cool in the community, but also adding that aspect of raising money for Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital is always an added stamp on when you can have some fun and get back to the community at the same time. And so that's what really drew me to becoming a Golden Guy.
In just 5 months, the Golden Guys have raised over $5,000 for the Children's Hospital. When it comes to making an impact on the community, these guys have a golden ticket. Fallon Brown, Tiger TV.
Stay golden!
When we come back, Tiger TV sports reporter Mary Chauvin is here in studio to give us an update on all things LSU. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Mary Chauvin with your LSU sports update. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we heard from Coach Will Wade for the first time today since being suspended by Joe Oliva and the LSU administration. Wade issued a statement this morning expressing that he would like to resume his duties as head coach. In Wade's statement, he mentions that while he accepted his suspension without complaint, he would like to resume his duties. He chose not to be interviewed since his suspension because his legal team advised him not to speak to the media or LSU administration. He ended his statement by saying resuming his job is his constitutional right, and that is, quote, not too much to ask. Skylar Mays and his team miss Wade's presence.
It's tough. I mean, he's the guy we look to in adverse situations, and with him not being there, it's definitely makes it much tougher on us, but, we're figuring it out.
The LSU administration released a statement saying that until Wade meets with them, he will remain suspended. LSU will face Florida tomorrow at noon in Nashville in the SEC tournament. LSU is 1-1 against the Gators in regular season. Moving to Tiger Park, the Lady Tigers softball team took down Troy last night on an 11-0 mercy rule. Head coach Beth Torina was excited about the explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, that was my message to them after the game. It's one thing to, go up and be able to square a ball up, but it's another thing to have the discipline to take the walks. And, a big reason why they've been successful is they're seeing the ball in the zone and they're swinging at strikes, and that's, a big reason for their success.
LSU softball will be back at Tiger Park this weekend to take on Florida. Moving from the softball diamond to the diamond and Alex box, the LSU baseball team also had a successful night last night against TSU, defeating them 16-5. But yesterday was not all good news. Head coach Paul Maneri lost his father, fellow baseball legend Demi Maneri, earlier that day, and he got emotional talking about the life of his late father.
Touched a lot of people. I'm sorry. He touched a lot of people in his life, and some of you all got to know him, I know, and he was a special person. And I just feel very fortunate to have had such a wonderful father for 61 years.
We send our condolences to the Maneri family during this tough time. The Tigers will be back at Alex Box tomorrow night to take on Kentucky. A former Tiger has once again shaken up the NFL. Star wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has officially traded to the